So yeah, I'm gonna tell you a true story real quick. While I'm cooking eggs, you think I'm playing? I really got. I'm freaking. I'm trying to do this here. I don't know, renegade, nomad living. But I got my car right now. If I get a van or something, get better electrical going on and shit, I could probably do this in the car. But for now, I just bought a hot plate and you know, I'm making do. But anyway, I want to tell you a true story about something that I was talking uh, to somebody about the other day. Really, the true story, the part is just the fact that he was saying what he was saying. I was just like, what? At the end of the conversation, he called me and somebody else who like agreed with me, called us deluded. Now I get that I'm like a weird eclectic guy, right? I get it. I do weird shit. I'm doing this right now. That's why you think I'm just recording this for no reason. I think it's funny. I like to show this shit off. I like to do weird shit. I like to be different. I like to think differently, do differently, act differently, whatever. Um, so don't just say, well, maybe you're fucking kind of a weird guy. It's like, no shit, I'm a weird guy. Okay? Got it. But I do that in contrast to my rational thinking, let's say. I just do it for fun. I like to show people, hey, look, you do whatever the fuck you want, pretty much. And I think it's somewhat inspiring to some people, to be honest. But this guy was talking about socialism, like legitimately just straight up socialism, and I didn't really understand it at first. At first, he was talking, and he was saying something. He was I think he was talking about like socialized medicine. He's like, oh yeah, like we should fucking medicine should be free like in these other countries. I'm like what do you mean by free? It's like by free, do you mean like paid for by your taxes? And he was like, no, I mean free. I'm like, what the fuck you mean free? He's like, I mean like medicine's free, and I'm like, that's not how that shit works, dude. The shit you think is free is really just like you paying a premium to to the government instead of an insurance company, you know what I mean? And then them basically being your insurance company. And then them going then when you go to a doctor, in the market, you tell them I have, government insurance, paid for by my taxes. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. And he didn't seem to comprehend that. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, it's not how it works. I'm talking about socialism. You're talking about capitalism. I'm talking about socialism. I'm like, what the fuck you think? What do you think this shit's just gonna like? This dude did not seem to comprehend, that, even if government paid, supposedly government paid for your healthcare, that, you know, they still have to go to the market, that you would still have to go to the market to get a healthcare provider. You know what I mean? He's like, you're talking about capitalism, I'm talking about socialism. I'm like, so what? Do you want, the government to freaking, I think I said something like patriate, the healthcare providers too? And he's like, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm talking about. I'm like, what the, like, and I had to explain how that would lead to a decline in, you know, uh, what do you want to call it? The quality of service provided. Um, Jeez, in case you're wondering. And he was just like, he could not rap. He was just like, and that's when he said I was deluded. He's like, if somebody else came up, they're like, yeah, dude, like exactly. And he was like, y'all are both deluded. I was like, all I could do is laugh. I'm like, this dude is so failing to comprehend some of the most basic principles of just. It's like it's not even. I would say economics. It is economics, but it's really just like common sense shit. I'm like, dude, like what the fuck? Like it's like this motherfucker really didn't think, like at all. Like it's like he did not. I'm talking like as a habit. It seems like he does not think. like, and I was just like, what the fuck? He said I was deluded. I was like, okay, buddy, whatever, man. But to me, that shows like, and he actually said he admitted like before we even started talking. Really, he's like, look, I'm not an expert on this. I'm just a dude on Twitter, and that's where it was on Twitter. But but then he had the audacity, I guess, after saying he's not an expert. And I explained that shit perfectly, and I left it on there so other people could see. I was hoping he wanted to delete his comments. I don't think he did. Because sometimes when you kind of school somebody, they get all embarrassed. They want to delete their comments and stuff. And like, and I kind of wrote something like that. I was like, hey man, like this is a good learning experience, not just for you, but for everybody involved, you know. And obviously that sounds like I'm the douchebag who thinks he's right or assumes he's right, but that's the thing. It's not a matter of assuming I'm right. It's a matter of like I understood how that shit works. I understand how a lot of things work. And if I'm gonna say I understand how something works, it means I actually fucking do. I don't just pretend like I know what the fuck I'm talking about and just blabber my fucking mouth. I'm not a fucking moron like some people. Hey, orale. Anyway, I don't even know what that means. What did I just say? I'm calling. I don't even care. They don't care. I can tell. No, but um, yeah, I don't just blabber my mouth unless I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I gotta cook all these eggs, whole 18 pack, because I bought them. I have nowhere to store them. That's another thing about if I had a better place, I'd probably get a fridge too. Don't got a fridge. Bought these like yesterday and just cooking them up before they go back. Yeah, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't. If I don't know, I'm gonna be like, all right, like I don't. I would have been like that guy and been like, look, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, I don't know. I'm learning here, you know. But I understood what I was explaining, so I was like, okay. So this dude said the same thing, like he didn't really know. But then he has the audacity to say that I'm fucking me and somebody else. I'm like, didn't make no sense. But the point is, he really sincerely, I guess, just didn't comprehend what I said. And fucking, he was like offended or he called me deluded. I was like, what the fuck? And he really wanted some fucking like straight up socialism type shit. He straight up said, no, I mean fucking socialism. And you're out here talking about capitalism. I'm like, what the fuck? How do you think that shit's gonna work? And that's what I said. Like, you want them to patriate motherfucking the healthcare providers too? And he's like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, dude, don't you understand how fucking they'll fucking say here's what the fuck you get. You know, you have no competitors in the market. You can't, like, you don't have a choice of where to take your business. It's just they're the only fucking providers. Then what's gonna happen? And then it's fucking, here's what you get. You don't fucking like it, then fucking die. And that's basically what he was trying to say at first. He was saying like, we shouldn't have a society where, people's lives are dependent on this or that. It's like, look, like people say healthcare is a right. It's like nobody's labor is a right to you. That's called slavery. And if somebody's gonna provide you a service of saving your life, they don't owe you that. Who owes you that? Nobody owes you that. Your mama didn't even owe you a fucking life to begin with. You know what I'm saying? And that's that entitlement shit. You hear these so many people fucking entitlement sounding that shit. That shit's y'all out your minds with that shit. Like nobody's entitled to anybody else's labor. It just is what it is. That's just like common sense. Like who doesn't understand that? I guess some people. But so the whole thing, healthcare is right. Yeah, it's like the humane thing to do. It sounds like good. Like it's a good thing to be nice to people and help them if they need help, blah blah blah. But their fucking labor is not yours. It's fucking theirs. Their time, their energy, their labor, what they decide to do with their lives is their choice. And so you trying to say it's a fucking right, you have a right to somebody else's fucking labor, and you're on fucking crack. And a lot of people don't understand that either. But that's the thing. If government were to take over the fucking market to patriate the healthcare providers, first of all, you're gonna get a really piss poor fucking service because they have no incentive to provide you anything good other than to save face and like you already can see shit that government runs. Half that shit is just trash, dude. They have no incentives to fucking provide a better service. When it's in a free market, there is incentive because if you don't fucking like what somebody's providing you and there's other fucking competitors, you can take your fucking money, go somewhere else, and this other person's going out of business. Your money is their incentive to do good. If there's only one provider, there's a government monopoly because they fucking patriated all the fucking healthcare providers, and you are going to get a giant piece of shit as a service. And I don't think, fucking these socialist kids fucking think healthcare's a right and fucking think everything's gonna work out perfectly how they fucking dream of without having any understanding of fucking basic economics. I don't think it's gonna work out the way they're fucking dreaming. Uh, so yeah, I was just like, dude, you're tripping. Um, anyway, uh, yeah, dude, and I guess I'm just trying to convey that message. It's the same fucking thing, dude. You're not. Hold on, what's all these fucking people wandering around? Okay, don't fucking with me, dude. Just whatever you do, leave me alone. Anyway, it's the same concept. It's the same simple concept. It's if government monopolizes, I guess you could say, first of all, uh, it's actually privatizing, or it's not privatizing. It's the opposite of privatizing. It's uh, basically, I would say, patriating. You know, healthcare providers, and they become a monopoly of providing healthcare, and you have nowhere else to go to with your money, then that kills all incentive in the fucking market to provide you anything decent. And they'll say, fucking take it or leave it. And it could be the worst fucking shit. They'll fucking, I already don't trust healthcare providers, man. They'll fucking, if they know you got insurance that'll pay for this, this, and this, they'll fucking tell you whatever the fuck they want. They'll say, oh, you got fucking this and that, and we got fucking, my friend's mom, she has some badass insurance, right? And she was like 32, and they told her she needed a fucking hip replacement. Now she's bedridden. She actually ended up getting both hips replaced, and now she's bedridden, and she's like 50 something now. But she can't even fucking walk, literally, because they told her way back then that she needed a fucking hip replacement, and she got addicted to pain pills. They fucked her up because she had insurance. And they said, this is the cash cow right here. You gotta understand incentives. That's economics 101. And if you don't fucking pay attention like that, you're gonna get played. You're gonna get fucked over, dude. Like straight up. Look, there's plenty of people that are decent. There's decent doctors. There's decent people that ain't gonna do that, okay? Just like there's decent car mechanics that aren't gonna fucking tell you some shit's fucked up on your car when it's not. You know, they'll be honest to you, straight shooters, whatever. But there's a lot of people that don't give a fuck. They see you're stupid and naive, and that you have money that they can take. They say, let's fucking take advantage of this fucking fool. And don't be the fool. How do you not be the fool? You gotta fucking understand there's already that type of shit. Anyway, really just wandering around me, man. Making me all uncomfortable and shit. Oh, no. Nah, but anyway. They don't. Anyway. Yeah, a lot of people don't give a fuck. A lot of people will fuck up your whole life and not give a fuck. They will fucking ruin your whole life. So if you think it's bad now, which I kind of already do in some cases, just because it's like that, the incentives are fucked up. When if government were to monopolize fucking healthcare service providers, okay, there would be literally no incentive whatsoever for them to do good. They would probably kill you if they wanted to. They say, I don't like this guy, let's just fucking kill him. And there'd be no legal recourse. They're the government. Who you gonna go complain to? You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the incentives involved that keep people in line. A lot of these like young kids, they're just like these nice kids. They think everybody else is gonna be nice. It's like that's not how the world works, dude. That's a fundamental misnomer. If there was not like law and order, if there wasn't like criminal penalties, like somebody going to jail or like a death penalty for doing a lot of things, a lot of people would just be doing that with no fucking problem. Because a lot of people are fucked. A lot of people don't have hearts. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these young kids, they're thinking from their own standpoint, like, why can't everybody be nice like me or my friends or blah, blah, blah? Because, I don't know. Don't ask me. A lot of people fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, really, you can take it to the real world, bro. Like, this is a dog-eat-dog world, as some people say. Like, the other day I was just walking out on this little nature trail, and I was seeing all these footprints, and I was just thinking about, like, the type of food chain that was right there. You know, there was alligators, there was coyotes, there was bobcats. You know, those are the top of the food chain. But all these other, there's a whole bunch of ducks. It's not that far away, and those ducks, they're the food in a lot of cases. You know, and I'm thinking about these ducks. I'm like, man, I'm sure they would love, you know, these fucking coyotes or whatever to play nice. But that's not how it works. You know. You know, it's a dog eat dog world. It's nature. It's a food chain. You know, for those animals to survive, they need to eat other animals. I mean, it's imbued in the way of nature. You know what I'm saying? So like for you to think, oh, why can't everybody be nice? It's like, dude, that's just not what it is, bro. Like y'all are tripping. And so you gotta think, at least begin with that. Secondarily, consider the implications of the incentives that are involved. You know what I mean? And for you to just be oblivious like that is just, to me, like super naive, man. It's just super naive, and that's what a lot of these conservatives, these old white men, blah blah blah, that everybody fucking hates on, they have knowledge. They're not stupid. They know this shit. They're like, dude, no, that'll fucking totally be a bad situation. But then you got these fucking propagandists out here fucking trying to convince these kids that those old white men are just fucking pieces of shit and blah blah blah. And these kids are out here fucking thinking socialism is actually gonna work. Go look at Venezuela, you know, like as an example. You know, I keep hearing people say like, you know, that fled from there to America and say they saw the exact same thing happen there, and that's why the whole fucking shit turned to trash. You know, you have to understand economics, basic, simple economics, which has everything to do with incentives. And the better you understand that, the better you understand that, the I guess the more insight you could have on the situation, and you'll hopefully be keen to the type of things that people might do, including taking advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just some pretty basic stuff. You know, I'll tell you what. Like, I'm from Houston. I'm from a kind of what you might call a ghetto part of Houston. I kind of grew up in the suburbs, but then when I was about like 18, but even before that, I was always like going to my friends' neighborhood and stuff, and you know, they kind of you could say lived in the hood, and you learn shit when you're out there. You know what I'm saying? You learn that everybody's not nice. You learn that a lot of people don't give a fuck about nobody but themselves. You know what I'm saying? I gotta clean that like a mofo. And there's literally people who, it's crazy, like the way some people are. And I think a lot of these kids are just really sheltered, and they, you know, maybe have been too sheltered to the point that they don't understand some of the realities of this world, and they naively think, you know, maybe we just ask everybody to be nice, they'll be nice. It's like, that's not how it works, dude. If there was not a law, for instance, you know, that said, you know, you go to jail if you do some dumb stuff, then you know, I'm sure there'd be a lot more dumb stuff. You know, if there was not like a death penalty for people murdered, you know, and I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's so mean, you're gonna kill somebody. Like, two wrongs don't make it right. It's not even that. It's just the incentive keeps these totally fucked people that exist, and that's what a lot of people don't understand, that these fucked people exist. It keeps these totally fucked people from doing anything extremely bad because they know there's a fucking consequence if they fucking do. And that incentive matters a lot. It matters a lot. Because really, incentives run the world. Like, you know, you ever heard that phrase, you know, cash rules everything around me? Cash is an incentive. Money's an incentive. And money rules the world. I mean, incentives rule the world. Money is one incentive. So it's in that category. So yeah, man, just naive kids, man. Y'all gotta be smarter. It's I wish the world was as nice as all these kids want it. You know, that's a nice hope and dream, but it's not how things work. And it's just really not, dude. It's just really, 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 really not. And I'm telling you this maybe so hopefully you learn before you have to learn the hard way. If you go out there naive, I remember I heard this story of this guy. He would like give out food and stuff to the homeless people in his town, and one day like he gave out money to some people, and he didn't give like money to this one guy. Like he gave money to everybody else except for like I guess this one guy just wasn't there or something. And then this dude, because everybody else got money, he didn't. He went and literally killed the guy because and that's just I mean that's the crazy type of shit that's in this world. Dude literally went and killed the dude who was being generous, giving, blah blah blah, and that's fucked. I know, but that's what happened. And other stories, people like let somebody in their house, and them like fucking like I don't know, fucking robbing them or something, or even worse, fucking raping, killing. That's real shit. You could be nice and naive and get totally taken advantage of, and that would be learning the hard way. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell you up front, so you don't have to go that fucking route. If you have to be taught this type of stuff. I don't know why parents are raising these kids to be so naive. It's like, dude, the world is not as nice as your parents. Your parents love you because you're their fucking child. The world don't care about you, probably nearly as much. Let's be honest. What's the deal? I don't speak Spanish, so I don't really know what to talk about. I didn't realize they were trying to do work. I wouldn't have did this right now if I knew that. But yeah, man, just you gotta be smart, especially like when it comes to economics. You gotta understand like how stuff like it's just such a naive thing. Oh yeah, maybe if we just do it like this and everybody be nice, give everybody ponies, and I was like, dude, that's not at all. You can't just hope and dream. Like it's just, I mean, you have to understand what's really out here. Like, I mean, I guess it is possible. I'm not trying to like squash your dreams of people being nice and peaceful and stuff, but it's just like that's really not how a lot of people are. A lot of people, I'm like, what's that old saying? Like, oh man, I just see so much of that, bro. It's like y'all are the most. It's just so. It's you're not street smart. I don't think. I think that's a problem. It's a lack of street smart. It's like once you've been somewhere where you see some fucked up shit and you fucking seen it firsthand and you know how fucked up a lot of people are, you are not out here trusting people. You ain't gonna bring some stranger into your home. You know what I mean? Like you'll just steer clear of that shit. Like fuck that. I mean that's like step one. You know what I mean? Like there's so much more on top of that. You have to understand the incentive systems of our world that fucking hold our world together and keep these fucked ass people from doing shit. It's like a fucking like a checks and balances type thing. It's like an ecosystem. It's like a food chain. Um, it's a real fucking thing. It's not nothing. It's fucking. It's really like it's all holding different parts are holding each other this way or that way, and it's there's a nice, I guess you could say, balance going on, stagnation of sorts that keeps one side or one anybody just from just fucking devouring the whole thing and there being a totally fucked situation. You can see a lot of that in history. Study history. There are like fucking shitty emperors that fucking had. I mean, that were like tyrannical. They just said, "Fuck it, I'm the fucking master. I'm gonna fucking fuck everything up," and then they eventually had to assassinate those motherfuckers. Shit like that. It's a little bit disrespectful. You obviously see I'm doing something here, so let's play music. Don't give me a copyright strike. I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. I'm done cooking these eggs, so it was just some talk for the moment. I'm just being a weirdo right now today. I was waiting for this little rocket ship test fire today. They should do a launch in the next couple of days. Serial number 9 down here at this is Isla Blanca Park, South Padre Island, but south of the rockets at Boca Chica SpaceX facility. Hope that goes well. Anyway, just a little bit of insight. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll talk to you later. Peace.